I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
He is so tired, so very tired of America's mortgage woes being blamed for the entire global financial rout. You'll want to stick around for that. You're watching Squawk on the Street on CNBC. We are first in down trend. He says it's a bad idea to bet against our economy, the U.S. economy, as well as American consumers. He'll be along to tell us how to keep America great on the other side of this break. You're watching Squawk on the Street right here.
What is North Atlantic Mortgage? You're a broker or?
We're brokers and lenders.
Okay, you're brokers and lenders. What's the state of the market right now, the mortgage market?
Well, you know, we know that the liquidity right now is dried up temporarily due to the fact that mortgage-backed securities are having a difficult time being evaluated right now. But it's also due to the fact of the attention that this market is getting and the psychology as well. You have a lot of the global institutions that buy these instruments that are using the negative speculation in this market to be able to buy these portfolios at a discount, and that's a bet that they're making against the U.S. economy and the American people. It's a bet that I wouldn't make.
But that's squeezing people like you, isn't it?
It's squeezing everybody temporarily until they find other sources that they can sell these loans to, but they will work it out eventually. These credit markets are not going to collapse, and we know that.
Have we seen this sort of market before, John? Have you seen this where we have this kind of disruption and we got to work it through? I mean, can we glean any sort of insight as to how long it will take before things are worked out?
You know, I haven't seen a market like this exactly before, but I think that, you know, a little common sense is needed here, and we need to look beyond what we're seeing currently. We need to understand that this has to work itself out, and that the economy is very strong, unemployment is very low, and that once these banks find other places to sell these loans, that, you know, the credit markets will come back into check. But also, understand this. Mortgage rates are still historically low, even by today's standards. When I bought my first house in 1985, it was 13.75%, and I paid 2 points for that. So,
but can I jump in here for a second?
Yes,
Can I jump in? And let me just say, you talk about the psychology of these markets, and you say the credit market is going to work itself out, and that may be so, but you got to get down to the psychology of the buyer out there. That's where we're looking toward the real estate markets. You see these mortgage rates jumping up. What's that going to do? It's going to have to reprice some of these homes, and that's going to price a lot of people out of the market. Plus, to mention the fact that we still haven't seen the peak of the resets in many of these adjustable rate loans. So when we talk about it all working itself out so quickly and so nicely, I have to wonder, perhaps in the credit markets, it's not going to be the same when you get down to the neighborhood level, and you got to get these people off the fence to actually jump in there and buy a home. I talked to a lot of realtors out there. They say they're not getting any calls today.
Well, you know, Diana, on the consumer side of this aspect, it is difficult for the consumers right now. But even with the rates that you just showed up on the screen of jumbo mortgages, those rates are still attractive. People will still buy houses. And as far as adjustable rate mortgages coming due to reset, I have to tell you, we have not had a lot of people calling our offices screaming about having to refinance their mortgage because of the resets on adjustables currently.
Well, I wonder, though, about, you talk about the resets and they're not calling you in, but we talk to a lot of the subprime lenders, and they've got these call banks now. We've got the mortgage mod squads at EMC who are getting tons and tons of calls from people and who do want to refinance. And in the subprime arena, at least they're not going to be able to get a loan. You go into prime, you go into jumbos, perhaps they don't have as much trouble, but they are going to be spending a lot more money for those loans, and especially when you got to piggyback a lot of loans for the bigger homes, that's where we're going to see the hit in the higher end, I think.
Well, you know, I'm not saying that there isn't a problem in this market, but I do believe that the attention this market is getting is blowing it totally out of proportion. There are solutions for these people. They can refinance. They will be able to refinance. And look, you know what? I have a lot of faith in the American people. They're very talented people, and they will get through this. Nobody wants to lose their house. Lenders do not want to foreclose on homes. So in the end of the day, have a little faith in the American people, and let's look at this new global economic economy, and let's welcome it. And let's not be so concerned about you know, everything that's in the market and overblowing everything.
Are you still getting calls from people who want mortgages?
Of course we are. But, you know, as Diana mentioned...
How much has your business dropped off, though?
I'd say our business has dropped off probably about 20% for the year compared to the year before. But look at the volumes over the last 4 or 5 years. That was not sustainable going forward. So we're all a little bit spoiled here with the volumes of real estate and the volumes of mortgages. And we're back to a normal, healthy market with the exception of the temporary credit crunch.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Appreciate your time.
Good to be here.
Coming in and talking to us about the problem. John Sauro of North Atlantic Mortgage. We still